Hello, Virgo. This is Kat's Real Life Mystic Tarot, and I'm here to do your November reading. Some unusual things happened just now. When I was tuning into your energy, I had a real fast, like usually my vision or feeling comes after a few minutes, but this one came pretty quickly. And the vision I had for you was that you were walking on the street and a stray dog came up to you, and you were and it was like a poodle, kind of a white poodle, a little bit dirty. Obviously, it was, a stray dog came up to you, and you had this overwhelming feeling of embracing and taking care of this pet, this poodle. And so the two of you hugged, and you pet the dog and snuggled it, and the two of you were healing together in a way. So I felt that either, and it could be quite literal, like you could benefit from a pet, you could go adopt a pet if that's something that's possible for you or something that you've had on your mind that you want to contribute to the life of, stray or unloved pet. I mean, that's definitely legitimate and would be lovely. But it could also be that there's a part of you deep inside that feels like that stray animal, that feels neglected, unloved, unnoticed, possibly even shooed away or kicked out, a nuisance, not important. All of those feelings, deep-seated feelings that possibly in this month of November you might want to nurture, in the sense of comfort that part of yourself to help heal those experiences that made you feel that way. So that was really my meditation. And when I pulled a card for you, I got the Chariot. And the Chariot came up, well, I have my glare and I thought I got rid of it. The Chariot came up in reverse. So meaning that there's something you're moving on from. And because it was in reverse, I feel that it may be possible that it's not in November, but before the end of the year, there's something you're going to be moving on from. And it's pretty clear that movement needs to take place. Now, another interesting thing that happened is I went to get my cards, and I really wanted to use the good tarot. So I went to get it from my kitchen, and two cards got left behind. The Ten of Swords, Ten of Air in reverse, and the Star card upright. What's interesting about that is when I came and I brought the card deck to shuffle it, and I'm shuffling the cards, these two cards popped up again, kind of upright, reversed in the deck, like they weren't put in properly, but I know I put them in properly, and kind of dropped out of the deck. So I feel that there's a message in here for you. And what I have for that is Ten of Swords in reverse means that it's over. You know, the trials and tribulations are ending now. You can let go of what feels like a disastrous experience, a disastrous time in your life, and know that you're awakening, and you're having probably some inklings of this awakening in your life to the star, being your self-esteem coming back, your life turning around, feeling really good, waking up and being excited about your day, all those things, those feelings of loving your life, coming back to yourself. So that's a message I got for you just prior to the reading. So I'm going to use the Good Tarot, and I'm going to use the Dreaming Way Tarot. And I do a reading that's inclusive of all subjects in your life. So this is not really a love reading. This is not a career reading or self-development reading. I try to get everything, and then whatever's most important will show up in the form of major arcana, and I'll address that a little bit more. So I'll try to give in the thumbnail description something that leads you to the reading you're looking for. i.e., if there is a lot of relationship in it, I will put a relationship headline, or if it's mostly career, I will put that on it so that you won't be misled. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing great. It doesn't, I mean, after what I just said doesn't sound great, but I think things that look like they're really going to improve by the end of the year, when you're kind of waving goodbye to this 2019 thing. I think it's going to be a brand new start for you. And I think with a lot of realizations, a lot of knowledge, you know. So okay, guys. So just real quickly, I'm going to clarify this, but just to let you know where I see things happening, it looks like most of the action is happening in your 9th house, your 11th house, and your 12th house. So there's something unseen to you going on below the surface. And in your 9th house of religion, education, higher education, it can be foreign travels, or it could be law, you know, a lawsuit or something like that. There is some issue happening. So what I want to say about the 9th house, and we're going to clarify it, is it could be, because it's Hierophant, it could be in the court of law. And justice will be done if that's the case. It's a very traditional card. So it's telling you that, you know, the proper outcome will be had. Nothing kind of extraordinary, or nothing. If it's a strange case, you know, it's going to be whatever takes precedence. You know, the previous cases, it's going to follow those laws. So it's something that's very traditional. It could have something to do with a marriage. It could have something to do with getting married or divorcing, either or. In the 11th house, which is your social house, your house of social interaction and groups, it can be social media. I have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So things are changing. What looked like a bright idea in social media or social groups is seeming to not pan out in quite the way that you wanted it to. If you're relying on other people to perform in possibly in a work or a project you're doing, they're probably not performing in the way you want them to. There's some kind of it's not really emotional disappointment or anything like that. It's more of a financial, it's not panning out the way you had predicted or projected, something like that. And so what's happening in your 12th house is more of kind of a breakthrough, breakdown, a realization. Something is coming to an awakening in terms of your knowledge. If you were slightly off path, it's going to gear you back on path. So that's what I see there. Now let's clarify. In your 1st house, which is your house of self, you have a new beginning. And now I see that a new beginning, your negative thinking. So you're eliminating negative thinking and you're moving on with something new. In your house of values and money, so there's been, you're a little bit burdened financially. Maybe you've taken out some loans or something like that. You're probably going to find some way to reduce those loans or reduce any financial burden you have. And it doesn't make you happy to do this, but it's going to make you feel a lot more relieved and happy in the future if you deal with this. And it's 10 of Wands in your 2nd house. And your 2nd house is usually of money. It can be your talents or values, but I'm really getting it's more about money or feeling burdened, maybe with some loans or finances. Maybe this thing that's not really panning out how you liked has put a little strain on you financially, but you'll be able to work it out. It won't make you happy to negotiate and do whatever you have to do, but it's going to be fine. Second house in your mind. Your mind, Two of Earth in reverse, Three of Cups. So it's uh basically you're okay. You don't feel totally in charge, but you don't feel horrible. You can, discuss it with friends and that, and I think it alleviates any of your real stress and worry there. It doesn't seem like you're overly stressed. In your fourth house, there was let me show you some of these cards. In your fourth house of home, there was, and these cards are beautiful. I love these good tarot cards. Five of Air in reverse means there was something that happened, and Five of Wands in reverse. There's something that happened with someone who did you kind of dirty, like pulled something that was untoward, that was amoral in a way, immoral, I guess. And yeah, and it was something that was kind of not serious. It could be an incident of a third party, but not a serious one. But still, it rocked your belief in that particular person. And this is for people that maybe live with someone or have a serious relationship. There's something that happened that was just you feel like was beneath the person that you're with. You feel like they behaved on a lower level than they needed to, and you feel kind of like unsure that they're all that they are claiming to be to you. In your fifth house, you're holding back some emotions. It looks like you're holding back your feelings a little bit. Now, fifth house is about relationships, and what I'm getting here is this relationship, if you're in a relationship that's not particularly committed, but you're dating, Ten of Swords, something ruinous happened. Something that was, it could be, earlier on we had the Ten of Swords where you felt terrible, but, through this month and through the end of the year, you're going to feel better. That was the Ten of Air in reverse, and it was the Star card that I had that kept popping out. You're holding back a little bit because something happened, and it could be what I'm referring to in your fourth house, that something happened there. Somebody cheating or doing something underhanded, could be with your money, could be something that they did that's come to light, and you're like, I'm not sure that anything about you is what I thought you were, type feeling. So you're kind of holding back any feelings you have for that person. In your sixth house of work, I have the Queen of Air in reverse. You could have felt like you yourself made a bad choice somewhere along the line that's kind of tripped things up, or that there's somebody that's just and an air sign, so Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, somebody that's real negative and likes to use the truth, what they see as the truth, against you. So they like, if you can't handle the truth, type thing, but they're giving you really hateful stuff, and they're making it seem like it's the truth. So there could be somebody that you work with that is trying to harm you, trying to harm your feelings, your ego, your beliefs about yourself by giving you the truth, but it's really more angled towards piercing you a little bit, hurting you. So and just to clarify that, yeah, and I have the Page of Swords, and let you see the Queen of Air in reverse. So they're gossiping, they're spreading a rumor maybe, or just making their influences known against you a little bit. And what should Virgo do about this? What should Virgo do about this situation? The Hermit. So it's like, keep your own counsel. Don't get involved in the nonsense. Don't get involved in the water cooler talk. Because it's going to blow over. And actually, being the Hermit, you're the wiser and you are the more experienced. And you'll come out looking much more respectable in the end than the other person. They're going to be shown for who they are. So don't let it rankle you. Stay in your, I don't know, keep your own counsel, as I said earlier. You're going to be fine with that. Now, in the seventh house, Page of Water in reverse. So a Page of Water in reverse. I'm going to clarify that. And we have the Fool in reverse. Page of Water in reverse and the Fool in reverse. Okay, so this is your committed relationship. I feel like you are moving on in this committed relationship. You're moving to something new. I think in your gut you feel like this, I'm not going to make a commitment to this person because of their behavior. You don't feel like you need to apologize, and so far you haven't received an apology. It's because apology came up, there might be something that happens in the future after this kind of decision you're making, but you're still going to go for a new start. And you may hear from them later when they, decide what, when they realize their error. But right now, they're not at that place yet. They haven't felt the pain, maybe. So in any case, you're going for a new start in the committed relationship. And in terms of the new start for Virgo, is there anybody new? I mean, tell me, is there anybody new for Virgo? Oh, and there might be. I see the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is coming up in reverse, meaning they're probably not all the way like a King of Cups upright. Can I get it there? Yeah. King of Cups upright is someone that's very grounded, emotionally intelligent, able to be in a relationship. And this person isn't quite there yet, but they're not the Knight of Cups. So, I mean, it's somebody that is not super mature, but is not young, not as young as they might seem, or it could be an older male who's youthful at heart, something like that. So they may have some learning to do along with yourself with this, but yeah, there's somebody that's really around that could be interesting for you. In the 8th house, this is a house of money, other people's money, can be psychological issues, taxes, death. You're having a messenger of fire. So there's a message that's not coming that you've been waiting for. So there's a message that may come to you. And what message would Virgo be getting when they do get this message? What is it concerning when they get this message? 4 of Cups. So this message that you're not waiting for, possibly, is an offer of work. It's an offer of something, a work or some other type of offer. Sorry, I'm not certain why I said work. Maybe for many of you it is work. But it's something that's not exactly what you wanted. You're not really even looking at the offer right now. But what else can we tell Virgo about this offer? This offer that they're going to receive. It could be also an emotional offer. It could be that other person coming back eventually, but you're just not, Okay, so it's an offer that involves a burden of work that you're just not really certain you want to get into. And this could be a relationship as well. Like, it's just too much work to try and work it out with you, to go to a counselor, to do whatever. I don't think I want to, can be the vibe of it. Or it can be a job that, it's like maybe you are self-employed and you have a job that, or something that you like and that doesn't require so much of your time. You can do it part-time, or you can do it and make decent money. But this one might pay you better, but you're going to have to work like a dog. So it's an offer that you're not sure you want. Should they take the offer? It just says you'll just have to make that choice. It's not saying yay or nay. It's basically just letting you know it's your choice to make. So in the 9th house, what are we referring to? What are we referring to? And this is a beautiful card. Let me show it to you. The Hierophant in the 9th house. What are we referring to with Virgo with this Hierophant? I mean, what is going on here in the 9th house for Virgo? Hierophant. The Star. Okay, dokie. So we did get the 10 of Swords popped up. We had that in your relationship house, which we had, if you recall, that's one of those cards that popped out in the beginning. And now we have the Star. So it looks like you need to, let the relationship put it on the back burner and move towards yourself. And the Hierophant might mean further training, further education. It can be going back to school. It can be going back to, like even going to seminars and stuff like that in your field, really working on yourself in that. It also can be with the star card that you go on a vacation, or you go to a foreign country, or you get some experience in maybe you can learn things in a foreign country about the business that you're interested in. It can be anything like that. As I said before, it can be foreign countries, it's higher education, it's religion, and you can go and get maybe, rejoin your spirituality or spend more time with that, and that can bring on this feeling of self-esteem again. So there's some place you need to go to broaden your horizons so that you learn more in whatever spirituality, education, what have you. There's a beautiful thing. So you're going to go towards that and leave behind the trials and tribulations of the relationship for now. Okay? Not saying the relationship's not valid or will never happen, but right now there's been a disappointment for some of you, and you need to walk away at least temporarily. In the house of your reputation and career, we have the Four of Swords in reverse, so you haven't had a rest. So that can go along with maybe possibly going to a foreign country for a break, vacation, seminars, learning things, anything like that. What should Virgo do with this career house? Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so I mean, you haven't given yourself a chance to be childlike, to enjoy yourself, to have fun, to rest. And now maybe your chance. I know the finances didn't look fabulous, but I think it might be the chance you get before you get busy again. Maybe you're going to take another job or something like that. So yeah, if you get a chance to regenerate, it's definitely the case. And even going back to school, if you get a loan to go back to school, that is also fits into the Six of Cups, which is a youthful energy, going back to school, going back to your youth in a way, and refreshing yourself. Fortune's wheel, it just seems that there might be a King of Wands. This could have been something you did online or something, a gamble that you took that didn't work out. And I think we kind of covered that. It's just confirming that King of Wands in reverse is taking a chance. They're definitely risk takers, the Wands, and it didn't work out quite. It's not terrible, but it didn't work out how you wanted. And yeah, and I'm just getting the Five of Cups, just the same thing, just a little bit of a disappointment. Everything's okay, but you feel you feel that the gamble wasn't, the risk wasn't worth the outcome in a way. Okay, and what is the subject matter of the Tower card that's kind of happening to Virgo on kind of a subconscious level? Something that's happening that they're not quite, clear on, but it's really rocking their world, their foundation, something. Okay. So, now the Tower can be good or it can be bad. We usually are scared of it because it does mean sudden change. So the Tower is sudden change, and you have Ten of Cups. So Ten of Cups, I don't know that I would mind that, having a sudden change to Ten of Cups. So Ten of Cups means really almost like a honeymoon type, ecstasy type joy, like a feeling of just being at one with the universe. It's a beautiful feeling. It just can't get better. Things just can't get better than this. So on a deeper level, there's a breakthrough that's coming that'll lead you to this. So Virgo, I think on that note, let's let it go at that. I think we covered all aspects of your life. I hope that if this resonates with you, please give me a thumbs up or a comment or a share, or just watch more of my videos. I'd appreciate it. And thank you so much, and enjoy your November. I think you're going to end the year on a high note. Thanks, Virgo.